Hey, it is Sunday afternoon and it's Mother's Day and it's all things beautiful. How's it, Jody?
Hey Tony,
Good
I'm
to
good and
have you.
you?
Yeah, good man. Good to have you, bud. Today's a special day. It's Mother's Day,
Yep,
and
happy Mother's Day to all
everybody,
the mothers out there.
yeah, Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. You know who I'm reminded of now is what's his name? Yo, what's his name? What's his name? And I'd like to greet Ashley Bashla and Auntie Sobia. What's his name?
What was his
What's
name
his
again?
name? Jafta.
Oh,
Jafta.
I forget.
Do you know
Jafta.
Jafta? You know,
Yep,
at
Jafta.
one stage I wanted to go looking for Jafta, but it probably just slipped my mind because somebody told me they saw him, and I don't know if he's still around though. But yo,
I have
Jafta.
no idea. Oh,
Anyway, for
shame.
some weird reason, I was now reminded of Jafta. But yeah, to everybody that's tuned in this afternoon, this is Conversations. And yeah, this is our Mother's Day edition. And you might be wondering, why on earth do I want to talk to Jody on Mother's Day? There's lots of reason why we've got to talk. And we're going to go into that detail this afternoon. And so we're just waiting for some more people to come online. If you are
Yeah,
online, give us a shout out, say how's it. We'd like to say how's it to you. Yeah, and there'll be ample time for questions. If you are wondering if Jody's going to sing, we'll wait and see. You have to wait and see for that one. But
oh, yeah.
yeah, that we'll keep to ourselves until a bit later.
Yeah,
And but we're wanting to talk mothers and Mother's Day and the
yeah,
special role mothers plays in our lives. I think in both our cases, our mothers are now pushing up daisies.
yep.
But the time when they were around, they did brilliant work. And
Yes, oh,
just
yeah.
a shout out to our good friends, not actually friends, this is more like family saying how's it to us. Sam Geisman, Irvin Taser saying how's it? How's it, guys? It's good to
Hey,
have you online
hey,
this
Sam, hey,
afternoon.
Evan.
Yeah. Some people we that supports us, they're dikkenden. Dis ons mense.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just waiting for some more people to be online. Nico Coltman is also on. Nico, ek weet nie wat is asseblief nie. Maar ek weet nie wat ons gesê het asseblief is nie, but asseblief ja, ons gaan dit doen. O, die sing. Hy sê seker asseblief vir sing. So you'll have to stay online, Nico. How's it, Nico? It's good to see you guys here.
Yep.
How's it, Monet Potgieter, all the way in the States? The guy who posts those beautiful pictures and makes me envious
Oh,
about his
yes.
travels. In fact, this is what we're going to talk about partly. I've got I rated Jody's Facebook profile for some of the great pictures of all his travels, and I want to talk about that this afternoon as well. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be an interesting afternoon. But we I'm laughing. Check here. I'm laughing. This is what my wife sends me out of the room. So Ronwen thinks I'm going to need tissues this afternoon. I think so too, but we'll see how it goes. All right. So Jody, you have had one of the most beautifulest mothers I've seen. We grew up together.
Oh,
We were
thanks,
together
Tony.
in
Yes.
church life, and your mom
Yes.
was a beautiful auntie. Ek sê vir jou, a stylish, stunning auntie Yvonne, and
Yep, that's my mom.
she was an amazing woman. She was this auntie that you wanted to associate with just by her demeanor, just by when you see her, it's like I want to know this auntie. You know, I think in church life we were always surrounded by mothers, and we had the
Yeah.
benefit of having lots of mothers around us. And this was one of those aunties that
Yes.
when she comes in, you wanted to notice you because she's so super. She's just got this thing about her. Before we
Yeah.
get to talk about your mom, tell us, who is Jody Butler? What do you like? What are
Oh,
your dislikes? What are your interests?
oh yeah, this is makes me, I don't
Tell
like
us a
to
bit
talk
about
about
you.
myself.
Yeah, no,
Not for
no. I
anything like
want
what
you
I
to
say.
tell us about
But Jody Butler, me, I am a normal guy, 39. I don't like to say my age, not because I'm ashamed of it, because I don't feel 39. I don't know. This whole thing of I thought I was going to turn 18, Tony, and then I'm going to become an adult. yes, now I feel like an adult. That feeling still hasn't hit. Ik wacht nou nog. I'm still waiting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I like music. Music has been part of my life. My grandmother, she introduced
Right.
singing to me. She put me in a choir at the age of 6 years old. It's been a passion ever
Wow.
since.
Yeah.
Singing especially. Well, I started to like traveling because of the job I had, because of the music. Funny
Yeah.
enough, I'm a bit of a nerd as well. You wouldn't say it, but I'm a pretty good chess player. I'm very, very good.
Wow. Yes, you
And
are.
people don't figure.
Oh, yeah.
I love ancient cultures and history, the ancient Greeks, Egyptians. Big interest in
Right.
that.
Right.
So very strange. I like to laugh, and yeah, I'm just a
That's interesting.
normal person. No bells and whistles. Yeah. Hello. I can't hear you. I think I lost you there, Tony. Mm, I think I lost you. I can't hear you. Technical difficulty. Hello. No, nothing. Tony. Okay, I'll sign out and I'll come back in again.
I'm back. Jody, are
Oh,
you
you're
there?
back. Oh, Tony's back.
Oh, sorry, man.
Tony's
I think
back.
you know what? I've got everybody streaming this thing in the house all at once, and I think it's chowing the data feed. So I've just asked them. I've just pulled a father on all of them, and I said, cut it out.
Okay.
Yeah, so they can join me in the lounge. Sorry, man. So I
No
lost you
problem.
when you were busy describing how you were a good chess player. That was the last bit.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's take it from there. Apologies.
Yeah, I'm quite a nerd though. People won't say it's quite a nerd. I mean, I used to play almost every
Okay.
day.
All
I was very
right.
good at it. And then I like ancient cultures. I read up on ancient Egypt, the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Greeks. I
Uh-huh.
love that. I know boring is crazy, but I find it
Right.
interesting. Hey, go figure.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Just before we continue, I just want to shout out to everybody who's tuned in this afternoon. There's some more people that joined online. To Drizzy again. What's up, Drizzy? Good to have you with us. And then a ex-colleague of mine, fantastic person, Petria Kapp in Pretoria. More specifically, Centurion Elderain, music and she says music and choir singing. Jody, I love it already. Petra, you must hear this guy. He's phenomenal. So you're gonna enjoy it absolutely. And then Timothy is calling us uncle. Van wanneer af? Uncle, my uncle's Uncle Jody. Hello.
I told him the
Timothy,
other day.
Timothy,
I'm not his
you moet
uncle.
oppas. Ons gaan vir jou pits, papi. Los die uncle dinge. You are a working young man now. You can't when you move over from being young man to working young man, then you can drop the uncle part.
Exactly.
Tell me, Jody. I've experienced your mom, Auntie Yvonne.
Hmm.
Introduce us to your mom. Who was Auntie Yvonne to you?
Oh, my mom was an absolute earth angel.
Right.
The most sweetest person ever. I'm not just saying that because of my mom, but my mom became everybody else's mom.
Yeah.
With Rual and Sam, she said Rual is my other son. With Alistair, Alice is my other son. Um, my other friend, she treated Sam like her daughter. She says, okay, no, yeah, take these. I mean, like the kids came over. Levi
Yeah.
and London used to come and stay over here, and she treated them like her grandchildren.
Right.
To her, it was her grandkids. She was extremely empathetic. I mean, my mother, I think I get that a lot from her.
Yeah.
Not nearly as much as how she was. The things that people came to tell me after she died, just the week after the
Yeah.
funeral, they said, Jody, your mom used to come and take me to hospital. When the
Wow.
transport didn't come out, your mom used to cook food and bake cookies, the one lady across the road. She also died
Yeah.
of cancer last year. Auntie Moore, God bless her soul. She used to say your mom used to come and bake. Other aunties used to come from the old age home up the road. Your mom always used
Yeah.
to come and pray. And I always used to think my mom was at home, sitting and doing absolutely, just chilling because she was retired.
Right.
And I would call from work where I used to work, and sometimes she wouldn't pick up. I'm thinking, oh, she's busy outside. And then these are all
Yeah.
the things she was doing. Never spoke about it, Tony, never mentioned anything. I only found out after she passed.
Wow.
She was really kind.
Amazing. Amazing human being, eh? But now, if you don't mind, I've got a question. Considering the advert I used to post, to
Yes.
advertise this conversation, you look very different to
Hmm.
your mom, Auntie Yvonne.
Yes.
How's that?
Yes.
Would you care to
Yes, I
explain?
do. Yes, okay, certainly. I'm adopted. I'm not her biological son.
Right.
I was probably a day old, few hours old when
Yeah.
I was adopted. So I have no recollection or knowledge of my birth mother. I don't know. To me, I don't have a birth mother. Whenever people say, you look different, I'm like, oh, yes. Oh, forgot I'm adopted. Because I
Yeah.
was never treated like this. I was
Oh,
loved
wow.
like any other child. I got
Wow.
whooped and beaten like any other child. So
That comes
yeah,
with the
there was
package.
no, eh?
That comes with the package.
That comes with the package, yes.
Yeah.
So that is it, yes. So that's why it
Wow.
looks so different.
That's interesting. So just a follow-up question to that. Your first initial response when you found out that you were adopted
Mm-hmm.
what was that? How was that? What did it
I,
feel
I
like?
remember I was I remember I was 5 years old, 5 or 6 years old, and we were in my parents' bedroom, and they
Right.
sat me down on. I still remember. I can still remember. They had this. Those years was bedspreads, and
Yeah.
it was still this funny bedspread that was sitting on because I always used to pull the tassels off. What are you
Right.
doing? And she said, "Well, I want to tell you something." And she said, they told me, and they sat me down and they said to me, uh, you didn't grow in mommy's tummy, but you grew in mommy's. I
Wow.
fetch you at the hospital. I didn't. Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't give birth to you. Like no. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah. And I think they thought I was too young back then to understand
Yeah.
because that talk happened again around when I was 7, 8 years old. And then they
Yeah.
sat me down again. And I remember my mother being very nervous about it. And she told me. And I was like, I remember you told me when I was 5 years old. And they were shocked because I remembered. So
Yeah.
that was it. It wasn't anything strange or anything weird. I think my mom was more concerned what other people would say, not for
Right.
that she cared or anything, but my feelings would be hurt if I
Right.
you were adopted, because mean kids are, and there were kids at school that said, yeah, I was an
Mm.
adopted child, and I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm adopted. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but the thing that didn't make it weird was because my mom, she herself was adopted as well. She told me later on.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah,
Amazing. So I want to reiterate the quote, and it's such a beautiful saying. You didn't grow in mommy's tummy, you grew in mommy's heart. That is
yeah,
so special. And the
yes,
amazing thing here is that is probably from your experience which you related, that when it became when you became aware, or when the knowledge of you being adopted came to the fore,
hmm,
it was like, ah, whatever.
yes,
It's like yeah, whatever that is, yeah, that's okay, you know that it's so beautiful because it just portrays and it shows the type of mother she
yeah,
was. And
yeah,
probably let's not excuse your dad as well. What a great
yes, yes,
couple they were in raising you up. And then later
yeah,
Marshall came along, because I'm sure when
yes,
Marshall came along there was even more questions, because now you can see, this guy is
yes,
different. But you
yes,
never
yes,
felt different. You always felt like
never,
this is where I belong. That is the beauty. And I
Yes,
think that is the life of your mom that we're here to celebrate this afternoon. Such a beautiful
yes,
person. You can imagine the amount of love you must have for someone, or for a child, or for anybody for that matter, where
yes,
you can make them feel so intricately interwoven. My English fails me, and I'm sure Petra, who's listening to us this afternoon, would be able to give me the accurate, correct English words. But that love makes you feel like you are so deeply knitted and
yes,
part of a family. That is so beautiful. You didn't grow in
yes,
mommy's tummy; you grew in mommy's heart. You mentioned
yes,
that they started telling you at age 5 and later at 7 that you were adopted.
yes.
Do you, if you look at couples who have adopted kids now, what would
Hmm.
you, what is the right age you think people should be revealing to kids? Number one, firstly, do you think they should reveal? And number two, at what age? Is there an age really?
Well, in my personal experience, like I said, they told me when I was 5 years old. I think as soon as a child can understand, because kids are very smart, you know. Kids
Yeah,
will ask, for example, in my case, why am I so dark? Why am I chocolate and mommy's vanilla? Why is mommy so light, you know? And
yeah,
then, be honest. Don't lie to the child because, you break the
yeah.
trust in that child by spinning another story. And they
Right.
were honest with me.
Wow.
Sorry, the other question was?
No, no, and at what age? What is a suitable age, if there is such a thing as a suitable age?
No, I don't think. I think any age with a child is, at the point of understanding. This is how everything works. Because remember, there's a big bad world out there that is going to
Yeah,
mention these things. So to
yeah,
protect them in that regard it's
right.
pointless. Rather prepare them and say, this is it. But we're still family.
Yeah,
Not of blood necessarily relation, but that isn't the thing that matters. I
yeah,
mean, look at me. I've got a lot. I think a lot of people tell me I've got a lot of traits of my mom.
yeah,
And I'm not a blood relative or any in
right.
that relation, but she was my mother. To me, that
Yeah,
that spiritual bond was way stronger. So
absolutely.
whenever the kid is ready, I think they should speak and let him know.
Very true. Very true. Now you also mentioned when we started having this conversation that your grandmother
Hmm.
was played an instrumental role as well, and she's the one who
Yes.
introduced you to music and singing, and that just once again attests to the fact that if a family takes on this relationship, this love relationship, how it turns out to be something beautiful. And I want to emphasize the
Yeah.
something beautiful because I'm jealous of you. I'm jealous of all the travels you've done. I'm jealous of your voice. There's such amount of
Neither.
there's such beauty that has come out of this life that I think, apart from celebrating Mother's Day, I think we reflecting on Mother's Day, but we're also reflecting on the beauty that comes out of mothers.
Yeah.
And that's a person like you. Tell me quickly, the best advice your mother's given you. What do you remember?
She would always say, be kind to people, have respect,
Yeah,
respect for your elders, be kind,
yeah,
and your character. She always used to say, the thing that she used to believe that God judges is your character, and it's the only thing you can take with you to heaven. So she told me, work on
right,
it here on earth.
right,
Um, be of good character. Have a
right.
good name. Don't
Mm,
mess up. And I would always remember that. I mean, like the travels and the where I used to work, um, your integrity, you know, all your morals that can just slip away because nobody knows you. But
right,
because she was here and here, and
right.
she taught those things to me, it was always, yeah, it keeps me on board. So yeah,
Amazing.
those are the biggest lessons I carry with me every day.
Wow. So what do you miss most about her? If you have to think back now, she's passed on. What is it? 7, 8 years now? Probably 8,
7 years and years.
7.
It's
Okay.
going to
What?
yeah, it's going to be seven
Yeah.
years this year.
Oh, 7.
What I miss
Right.
about her, my mom had this distinct smell. I always
Wow.
remember when I come home, not an odor, bad odor, or anything like
Yeah.
that.
No, I
This
understand.
this love smell. I'm like, I would just hug her. We used to hold each other for quite some time. When I hugged her, and she says, "You're killing me." I said, "No, I'm not killing you. I'm loving you." So
Yeah.
those hugs, I miss her smell. Um, a lot of things. Her laugh. My mother could laugh, Tony. She's a
Yeah.
practical joker. She used to tease my dad all the time. I mean, like, she used to put like the Doritos and the Samba chips
Yes.
packets under his pillow
Right.
at night. So when he puts his head down, with all this crunching sound.
Yeah.
And like, Yvonne, what are you doing there? And she'd can herself. Or
Wow.
she'd tickle his nose when he's sleeping, and then she'd just laugh and non-stop. Don't fall in front of her, because she would not stop laughing. Every time she'll see you, she'll laugh. So
Yes.
those are the things I miss. Her love, her warmth, oh, everything about my mom.
Yeah. Ah, that's special. That's so beautiful. Amazing. So you've got this amazing singing ability that has taken you onto stages across the world.
You say so.
Um, you've been singing at sea a lot, on
Yes.
various cruise liners. I've seen you a
Yes.
few times on stage in various, be it dramas or musicals. Um,
hmm
Tell us a bit about that. What do you enjoy about the stage?
As a child, I always wanted to do that. I saw that one day. It was our creche graduation, and we had to do this frog song. I remember, and I said, "I
Yeah,
love this. I really want to. Can this be a career? One day, I'd love to be a performer." And then in primary school, I was always in the choirs at school. In high school, it was drama, theater. Um, After that, choirs, groups I used to sing in.
yeah.
And then eventually it ended up where I started a full-time career in singing after working at another job,
Sure.
and like, you know what, leave this office thing, go and do what you want to do. And this happened all after my mom passed. And when I
Mm,
started singing on C. Um, Love it. It's a different world. I mean, there's the nerves and everything, but the minute I hit the stage, it's like now I get
right,
to step into a different world. There's people, and
right,
to see people respond to what I do. Um,
right.
yeah, that's really nice. I'm like, oh, okay, they're loving it, so that's good. And compliments afterwards, always, always, always good. So that encourages me to keep
Sure.
on doing it.
Wow,
So yeah.
amazing. So I think it would be, unfair is not the word, but I think people who are listening to us, expects a
Mm-hmm.
song. So I hope you prepared something. But before you sing,
A little bit.
just yeah, just to acknowledge the people who are listening. I see Nikki Naidu has come online as well, and she knew your mom as well, very well, and she's got good
Mm-hmm.
memories, and she says she was a beautiful mom as well. And then Nico has got
Yes.
various comments regarding our conversation. Thanks, Nico, for staying online. Hi to Eugene and everybody else that has joined us since we've started. So Jody's about to sing. I'm putting him on the spot, and he's going to go straight at it now.
Okay, it's a bit song for all the moms that is past. I don't have music. I'm doing all a cappella, so I hope the voice is in tune. So here we go. Tears on my pillow, refusing to let go. Since you left here, felt alone on a playground. I was lost in my hometown since you left here. Those days I can't take it. I learned how to make it. With Jesus and memories, they help me, they keep me since you left here. I miss your wit, I miss your charms. Just want to hold you in my arms. Heart sad and blue, you have no clue how I miss you. I miss your voice when you would call. I miss your smile most of all. Just us two with nowhere to go and with nothing to do. I really miss you. Yeah, that's it. I really miss you, Mom.
I'm sure everybody at home and that's tuned in this afternoon enjoyed that. Just hi to Auntie Karen Paulson. She's also come online. She says, "Good afternoon, Tody and Jody." And yeah, that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Dedicated to everybody who's missing their moms this afternoon. And the intention is not to add a tear to the face, but if it does, It's because we have good, great memories of our moms, eh? Jody,
Yeah.
coming back to I've got some pictures of, I don't know, can you see if I
Yeah,
post
I
a
saw the
picture
picture you put.
of your mom?
Post the
Okay,
picture. Yes, I
great,
see the pictures.
great.
Yes. Yeah.
So I told you when we started out, I'm totally jealous of you and your travels. So I'm gonna put up a picture and you tell us in less than 30 seconds the story. Where was this? What was it about? And what happened?
Okay.
That's okay. So that's the first one. Jody looking cool.
Oh, that was last year in Santorini in Greece. Beautiful, beautiful place. We actually had to walk quite far from where the rest of the tourists are. It looks quiet now, but believe me, there's about 4 cruise ships, 4 to 6, sometimes 10 cruise ships, and each has 4,000 passengers that gets off on that small little island. So it's really crowded. Yeah, but it was nice. It was really nice. Oh, the next one is that's Renisha Dennis from from Johannesburg. Um, we were working. That was with MSC. That is in Belgium. And the nice thing there, it was on the Dutch side or the Flemish side rather. So everything was like in Afrikaans, and that is in one of the church towers or one of the castles. And we actually snuck out on the balcony. We weren't supposed to stand there, and we went outside there anyway. So yeah, a bit of illegal activity over there. Ah, that was in Rome. Those are all the Spanish dances except Nelly on the end. It's Nelly on the left, Noelia Nelly's from Peru. Noelia is from Spain. Jonathan is from Spain, and Juan is also from Spain. And we're on our way to Trevi Fountain and to the Colosseum. Yeah, and those they are all flamenco dancers. Brilliant dancers. Ah, this was in Costa Rica. Yeah, this was in the community. I remember there's a school close by, and the band was rehearsing outside. And across the road was this shop, spaza shop. Very much like your home. The whole community was very much like the northern areas. I was felt quite at home. And then I saw Fresca. I haven't drunk in years, and it didn't taste the same though. Yeah, Costa Rica. Ah, that is Choco Anderson. I hope he's watching. Everybody confused the two of us on board. He's a musician in the bar, and I was a singer in the theater on the stage on board. And all the passengers would ask me all the time, "Why are you working so hard? They have you singing in the bar? By the way, you play brilliant guitar." I'm like, "I don't play the guitar." That is all Choco, brilliant singer. We used to do a lot of worship songs together on board, and we called each other our brothers. We had this agreement afterward. If they say, "Great job on stage, you Choco," take it. I will say I play the guitar brilliantly. Yeah. Ah, this is in Jamaica, Ochorio at 9 Mile. This is Bob Marley's house. That's actually the bed he sings. I'm gonna love ya. You know, um, the single bed he sings about in there on my single bed. That's the bed actually he sings about, and that's in the museum 9 Mile in Jamaica. Actually, it's a great time. Yeah. Hello. Oh, that was me. I don't remember that picture so well. Being taken, but that was actually a Polaroid. Um, my aunt actually had a camera, Polaroid cameras, which was quite expensive back then in the early 80s. And that is my mom's leg there, and I think I just started to walk. That's Auntie Minnie in West End, her home. Yeah, we used to go there all the time. My mom's cousin.
Wow, that's amazing. That's so amazing.
Mhm.
Just reflecting on comments from our friends again. Rual says that's absolutely beautiful. I'm sure he was referring to the song. And then a good friend of ours, Neven, says, and I want to put this up. Thanks, Jody. My mom passed away today in 2008 on Mother's Day.
Mm.
That song speaks to so many of us who feel the absence today. And that is so true. So once again, thanks for that beautiful, beautiful
My
song.
pleasure, Neven.
Yeah, Jody, coming back to, I want to talk a
Mhm.
little bit about adoption, if you don't mind.
Yes.
So today there are people sitting around and listening to us, and we know people who are either considering adoption or they are wondering when to tell this child that you are adopted. So I can't make out my own handwriting. What would you say to someone who is faced with the following scenario? Either a child who has found out that they had been adopted. So there's this
Mhm.
child, he or she has just found out, hey, I've been adopted. I know that some people
Mhm.
wait pretty late to reveal this to their kids. Some people say
Mhm.
that if I don't have to tell him or her, I will not tell them, because I think it comes down to this thing of being part of the heart, that you don't want to hurt this child in any way or form. What would you say to
Yes.
such a young man or young girl today who just found out you've been adopted?
I would say, well, funny enough, Tony, I've heard a lot of stories because you meet a lot of people during your life who you hear who is adopted, um, and the various stories. Some are beautiful, some are also,
Yeah,
a bit of nightmare stories as well. That I just thank God I wasn't in that position or situation.
yeah, yeah.
Um, in my case, it was my mom is my family. I don't know anybody
Right.
else. I know the birth name that my birth mother gave me a name and a surname. I know that
Yeah.
name, but I have no it. It's a stranger's name when I see it.
Yes.
Um, but I would say look at the family where you are at. I remember
Yeah.
this one guy. I forget his name. I forget his name. He's a singer. He used to come to the church where we both belong to, and he wrote the jingles for VW. I
Yes.
remember the days of my
Yes.
life, and he
That's right.
adopted his son.
Yes, he
And
did.
he gave the child. I remember him telling me he gave the child everything. He gave his son everything.
Yeah.
But the mother kept on interfering and filling his head and said, "Those are not your real family. I'm your mother." And
Right.
I remember something like she took him away, and there was a messed up situation.
Yeah.
And the child ran away from home. He doesn't have contact with his son anymore, which is very
Right.
sad.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know where he is today. So I would say, look at your family. Are they good? Are they loving?
Yeah.
Embrace the family that has adopted you because they wanted you. We
Yeah.
all come. I know Eckhart Tolle says, Oprah says, our children don't come to us, they come through us. And if you happen to come through a family
Yeah.
one way, but you end up in a different family, that is good.
That's true.
I came through my birth mother, but I came to another family where God ultimately wanted me to be.
Correct.
So I would say to people who have found out their adopted, look at your family. Is their love? Because that is what it's
Yeah.
all about.
Yes.
There was a time as a teenager, because teenagers do rebel. And I'm not going to look for my mother because I did say that to my, and I saw what hurt my mom. Um, as a teenager rebelling, you go through those difficult years. And I never said it
Yeah.
again to her. Wanting to look and speaking to other adoptees, you hear them say the same thing as well. But
Right.
ultimately, it comes back to this is my family, this is the people I love. I don't know anybody else.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. So the other scenario I wanted to put to you is parents, not necessarily parents, but people who are considering adoption and might
Hmm.
be scared. Any words of advice to them this afternoon? That's saying they are there, the family is kind of settled, but or they can't
Hmm.
have kids, and they're saying, we are considering adopting. Can I entrust you with some words to just push them over the edge to say, yes, we're gonna make this decision?
If you want kids and you have love and you have a good family and it's stable, you can provide a child um, with that environment,
Yeah.
go ahead and do it.
Right.
I don't know what my life would have been with my biological mother. I remember being naughty and looking at the adoptive papers and some notes
Yeah.
the social worker wrote down in the papers, which I wasn't supposed to look at. Now, I'm very basic like that, very curious.
Right.
And it says, although the mother loves the child, she's unable to take care of the
Right.
child. Thank God she didn't abort me or anything,
Yes.
because then I wouldn't be sitting and having this conversation today. There are a lot of unwanted children that needs love.
Very true.
The damaging, I think a lot of damaged people walk around today because they don't receive love, not even from their own biological families.
Yeah.
If you are able to do that,
Yeah.
do that. My grandmother did it and she adopted my mother. And then my mother did it and she adopted me. I'm
Wow.
definitely adopting as well.
Wow, and look at the beauty that's come out of it. It is so special. So there we go, guys. Niven's just reminding us that the person who sang that song, I remember, it was Andre, not was, but he is Andre de Villiers. And I remember him
Oh,
relating the story of his son.
yes,
And whenever he was on stage, there was one particular song that he sang, and before he sang it, he would say that I'm still waiting for him to come home. That was so
yes,
special. It's so
yes.
special. If we look at what's happened in the news, I'm referring to Port Elizabeth in particular. In the past week, you have
Mm-hmm.
babies being picked up on refuse sites in suburbs
Yes.
where there's
Oh,
dark, and it's so it's sad. It's sad because there
mm-hmm.
are alternatives. You know,
Yeah. Oh, there are
there are
alternatives.
families
Yes.
waiting to love kids, and so
Yes.
I will not judge such mothers in the first place because I don't know
Yeah.
the mental state they've been in. But I will always encourage people who maybe say, "But this baby is here by mistake." There's a
Mm.
family ready and waiting to love on that
Yes.
child, and so doing anything else other than adoption or giving a child up is not a wise thing. So
Yeah.
the wise thing to do is to do exactly that. Jody, I've got one more picture I want to show you. I have
Yeah.
lots more. As I said, I've stalked your profile. Where was this? What's
This is in Edinburgh, in Scotland. This is in a monument. I forget what the monument is called, but I think it's some war monument in the center of town. But it was so cold that day. And this is this summer. I was dressed, packed up, and then I just pulled the scarf down to take the picture. It's just the building was just so beautiful to snap there. Oh, that's the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Funny enough, that's not the only leaning. That's the famous one, but there are two other buildings that's also leaning. Um, it's in a farm area. It's in the middle of nowhere, I tell you. It's like a human's door, but years old as this tower and these ancient buildings. But it's quite beautiful. Overcrowded, a lot of tourists.
would you want to see more of the world? What is the plans?
Definitely, definitely. But because of lockdown, I'm supposed to leave to Turkey and work there for a few months. But because of the lockdown and I can't go. I'm excited about
Yeah,
that because it's always a connecting flight I have to take from Istanbul airport. I
right.
haven't been to the East, Middle East, East and Far East yet.
Yeah,
I'd love to see that. I'd love to see Australia, New Zealand, the Southern Alps. I'd
right.
love to see.
Yeah,
Um, a bit more South America, Chile. Definitely see Machu Picchu. All those. I love ancient sites and things like that. So
right.
I want to see all that. So yeah.
Right. Oh, that's so special. I must say that coming back to cruise ships in particular, it seems as
Mm,
if the guys who work, guys and girls that work cruise ships, work pretty hard to put on a special show.
yes.
Well, I've not been on many cruise ships. The one or two, one, two, one I've been on. It's like
Okay.
there's so much effort. You could see like everything gets done and put together for you. It's like it's like you go to those shows and
Yes.
it's like we've this is for you, man. And that's so really special to be adding so much joy to
Mhm.
people's. There's nothing like cruising, I must say. It is phenomenal, phenomenal, and yeah. So and my wish is still to be on a ship where you are on, if you are going to be cruising still. That would be so special.
We might just see. It's like you
Yeah,
said, it's
who
a
knows?
lot of hard work.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Jody, we've come to the close of our chat this afternoon. If there's anybody who wants to throw us some questions or comments, you're welcome to do that. Have you prepared a final song for us? Can you play one more?
One more. Oh.
One.
Well, I grew up in the church, so it's going to be a gospel number.
Okay. Why not?
My grandmother put me in.
Why not? Over to you.
Simply. Even though I can't see what tomorrow may bring, I believe in you 'cause you believe in me. And even when the night makes the light hard to see, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Especially this time of coronavirus, your will be done, Lord.
Amazing. Amazing. Jody, thanks so much for joining me this afternoon.
Thank you so much, Tommy. It was so much fun.
Amazing chat. And once again, we cannot honor your mom enough. You know, she's done a splendid job in raising you, in raising Marshall, but being a mom to the community, for being such a special person that was forever looking out for other people. And I think if more of us do more of that, just look out for other people, we'd have such a splendid community and world around us.
True.
Thanks, Jody. Have yourself a fantastic afternoon.
Thanks, thanks everyone for watching as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, everybody. We enjoyed having you with us. And I'll be back next Saturday at 3 o'clock again with another interesting conversation. Cheers, Jodes. Thanks a lot.
Cheers, Tony. Ciao, ciao.
Okay. Cheers. Bye.